Oh, go. Let's do it.
Let's give my Raiders a hard time. I mean, you got to put some respect on us a little bit. A little bit. You know, it's all love at the end of the day.
I
but
know.
I mean, you got to show the Raiders a little bit more respect.
I'm actually surprised you're here. You're saying that. Ski. I feel like.
That was last year in Las Vegas. Now
Can't come on my show
We got
and
him off of his home
me.
turf at least.
My guy. You know,
Maxx Crosby back with us again. Max, how are you, buddy?
phenomenal. Good to see you guys, man. Always.
Hell of a chain. Tell us
Appreciate
about
it.
it.
Yeah.
Eastern Michigan, simple and plain. You know, they're the only school to give me an offer, so I've given a lot back to the school. So I want to, give myself a little Eastern Michigan trophy. So.
How often does the jeweler visit the house, or you visit him? Because you have a pretty extensive library now.
Yeah, I feel like after every year, I get one thing. I save up some money off the field to, spoil myself a little bit. So, yeah, I'm a jewelry guy a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Okay, all right. So let's finish what we saw there.
Yeah.
We saw there. You gave me a hard time.
Yeah, of course.
You met my Aunt Wendy the next day.
Yeah, of
right.
course.
She's listening to this right now.
She's phenomenal, by the way, Wendy.
Phenomenal.
Love you.
And you changed her.
Wow.
You changed her. You were like the villain to her in football.
Yeah.
The villain. She would see you harass quarterbacks, and she'd be like, "That Maxx Crosby, he is horrible. He's a pitiful human being." She would say like that, right? Stuff like that. She met you, and she thinks you're the greatest thing since sliced bread ever since. Now
Love
she's
that.
sending texts when you're out there playing like, "Oh, there's my boyfriend. Oh, I love Maxx Crosby. There he is."
I
So
love it.
you got a great way about you, and thanks for making my Aunt Wendy like you. All right.
Oh, she was great.
Do you like being viewed as a villain though? Do you prefer that?
I mean, I feel like that's just who I am. Like, at the end of the day, I'm a dad. I'm a husband. Everybody that knows me, like, I'm a big kid. Like, I'm messing around. I'm cracking jokes. That's who I am.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like, when I'm in football mode, it's a whole different thing. Once I step on the field, the weight room, Sundays, it's a different human being. You know what I mean? It's all the darkness inside of me, all that. The demon, like, that's where I let that out. I can't be like that all the time.
Yeah.
No, that's no good for anybody.
How do you turn that switch on?
I don't know if there's necessarily if it's a switch. It's just, it's who I am. Like, it's different. Like, my mind is, I can be, like, where I'm at, I focus on being present all the time. Like, that's my number one thing. Ever since I got sober, like, be where your feet are. So, like, if I'm at home, like, I'm in dad mode. Like, my daughter has been the biggest blessing on the planet to me. Being able, obviously having this injury this year, it's unfortunate, but it's been able to, put me in a different spot and a different lens, and getting to see the game and see my team from a different perspective, being a leader from the outside, being a dad, being with my daughter a lot more, allowed me to soften up a little bit, because I'm obsessive. Like, everything I do is I'm all in. So, like, when I'm a dad, I'm all out dad mode. When I'm in football, it's 100 miles an hour. You know what I mean? It's my true passion at the end of the day. So I don't know if it's a switch. People say, like, turn the switch on and off. Like, when I'm on, like, I'm stepping that building, there's nothing else that matters in the world.
Does it make you feel proud that when we go to the NFL Combine and we talk to 10 defensive ends, like, 9 of them go, "I want to play like Maxx Crosby," and play with that energy? That's
Honestly, that means everything to me. I saw those clips. That's what it's about. Like, Kobe's probably the biggest inspiration to me on the planet. And that dude, he talked about what is a legacy, and it's about inspiring others. What is being great? What is, there's icons, there's legends, but, like, being an icon is you really influence a generation of people. And, like, for me, that's what it's all about. I don't have a normal story. I've always had to go above and beyond to prove myself. I'm not a first-round pick, top 10 guy, and I feel like people feel that energy when I'm on the field, and it's just awesome to see the young guys say the same.
We feel it from you. We also feel it from that guy in red in 1-5, right? Mm-hmm. And you guys got your little battles. But
of course,
what makes him different to you than the other 31 quarterbacks you played in football?
I just, when an ultimate competitor, I feel like that's a different tier of human being. Like, people that are willing to go to the farthest length to win. I feel like there's only a handful in the league, and I feel like we're a match made in heaven. I get to see him twice a year. He knows what I'm on, and I know he's about it. He's not scared. He's not going to back down. He's going to get irritated, but when he scores and makes plays, I get irritated too. So it's like, it's ultimate respect. After every game, like, even this past game, like, he came up to me. We should have won an Arrowhead again. Like, we're right there at the end of the game. We blow it.
Right.
He comes up to me. I was with his whole family. It's just me after the game, and he introduced me to his kids, his wife. She's like, "Bro, you had us. We shouldn't have won that game. Like it's straight up, always honest and straightforward because we have that mutual respect for each other. In between the lines, it's on. Right. When you have guys like that you think the same and you're operating at that level, it's respect at the end of the day.
Yeah.
When you see that a player like Myles Garrett has decided he wants a fresh start and wants a chance to contend and win, do you see that and say, that's not me, I'm staying where I am, or do you think maybe he's got the right idea here?
I feel like these past 2 years has been nonstop trade rumors surrounding myself. You see it now with Myles obviously being public about it, saying I want out. For me, at the end of the day, I want to win. Obviously, the contract situation, that'll get hashed out regardless. I'm not worried about that. I'm confident in what I bring to the table as a leader and as a player.
Yep.
That'll work itself out. But at the end of the day, like, I'm obsessive about winning and being the best at what I do. So I'm not content. I will never be content. So I've had a lot of conversations, not only with Tom Brady, the new ownership, Pete Carroll, the new GM, John Spytek. Like, I've been having those conversations for the last couple of weeks. Look forward to that continuing, and we'll take it one step at a time. So for me, it's all about winning, and I want to be put in a position to at least have a chance. I'm not trying to go join a team that's, for example, Philadelphia. They're already in the damn Super Bowl. I'm not trying to just be a part of that. I want to be part of the reason. You know what I mean? A big reason. And so I'm gonna take it one step at a time for sure.
So what are you hearing as it relates to what it's doing? As to the impression that the Raiders could be that team. Are you hearing things that make you think this could be the place where it turns?
Yeah, honestly, I'd be 100% real. I've had doubts in the past. I feel like this past year is probably the hardest year of my career. Battling through injury the whole year, struggling, losing 10 games in a row. Like, up here, it makes you start questioning a lot of things. Like, am I doing enough as a leader? Am I doing something wrong?
Right.
And I'm putting my life on the line. Y'all know me, like, I'm here in New Orleans. I've been there at 4:45 this morning working out 3 hours. Like, I do it all year round. I'm trying to do it right across the board. So it's like, you start losing, you're like, damn, am I the problem? Is this what it is? So I just think with Pete Carroll, a guy that's one of 4 coaches to win a Natty and a Super Bowl, you got Spytek, who was with Tom Brady the whole time, in Tampa and won a Super Bowl. Brady, I don't even have to say anything about that. And those are the type of guys. You got Egon, some new ownership. These guys are won in everything they've done across the board. So I'm looking forward to continue talking to them and having those conversations. Yeah. But it seems as if we're going the right direction. I can't say that it is, but I've been. This is probably the most optimistic I've been in recent years.
Okay.
For sure.
When you talk to them, and I don't want you to go into detail unless you want to, are they like putting cards on the table and saying, here's who we're going to pursue at quarterback, here's what we're going to do about this, here's what we're going to do about that? Are they giving you names and concrete examples of what they're going to do?
It's kind of too early for that. There's everyone knows who the free agent quarterbacks are.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone knows who the draft, the draft picks as far as quarterbacks and, just players in general. Like, yeah, there's names thrown out there and things like that. But at the end of the day, my conversations with them, it's been about, this is how we're going to build this thing. This is what we're going to do. We want guys like you, more guys like you. Those are the type of conversations.
Good luck finding them.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I literally had this conversation a couple days ago, and it's never going to be like that. Brady was the same way. Like, Brady, I have a lot of room to grow to get to that level, but it's when your standard is this high, it's really hard when you're pulling guys along. Like, why aren't you doing it? I've had so many guys, teammates, players, hey, man, I'm trying to get like you. I'm trying to be a Pro Bowl. I'm trying to be an All-Pro. I'll do whatever you want to do. I said, meet me at 6 a.m.
Right.
Not one guy has lasted more than a month.
Oh, I had something to do. I got to do this.
Yeah, I got to do something. Oh, I got to train in the afternoon. No, you don't.
Right.
Be with me every day, and I guarantee you it's going to pay off.
Right.
I've literally earned everything I got. Like, I had to build my body. I didn't just grow in and jump 40 inches out the womb like some of these guys. Like, I had to earn everything I got. So that's the hardest thing for me is, like, as a leader, it's like I want everyone to be thinking like me. No matter if we're traveling on the road, you should be calling your nutritionists, have the meal prep. Like, my fridge is stocked everywhere. If I travel, everything's planned out. So, like, for me, obviously we had this conversation. They're like, they're not going to be like you.
Yeah.
Most guys are not. Like, you're a little different. But at the same time, if we can get guys to elevate their game, like just watch like our D-line, for example, and I'm not taking the credit for it. Our culture that we built in that room, like I got hurt and those guys were still
They were
humming.
coming.
And they're like,
Right.
I want to do what you're doing, Max.
Right.
I want to get your type of money. That's how a competitive room, if you got that going through the whole team, you're going to have a chance.
Yeah.
Like our D-line rooms, we humming,
Yeah.
we're humming.
Right.
And it's exciting to see, but it's a whole team. Like it's not basketball. You can't go, all right, ISO.
Yeah,
Max,
right,
Get
right.
Max the ball, get the that's excuse my language.
Right.
That's
No,
not
no,
how it
it's
works.
fine.
Welcomed here.
No, yeah,
That's not how it works. So that's the beauty in football,
Right.
though. That's why winning is so. That's why it's the best sport in the world, because it takes everybody. So for us, I do like where our direction's going. Obviously, there's more questions that got to be answered. Obvious ones.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. I'm taking it one day at a time.
All right. Yeah, you're sell your stuff here for Saks. What you doing?
Oh, Saks underwear.
Yeah.
It's funny. My brother was an underwear model. Calvin Klein, he signed to Ford Models now. He was the original male model.
Is that
you know what
right?
I mean? So they bring this
Damn.
opportunity. Yeah, my brother, he's a stud. And they come to me with this opportunity, and I'm like, this is my chance. My big brother, I can take him now. I'm getting in the game now. So, just the people involved have been incredible. We've been doing NIL deals with college players, getting guys at Eastern Michigan paid,
Right.
give them some money in their pocket. That's been incredible to me. Ashton Genty, going to be a first-round pick coming up soon. He's part of the team.
Cool.
And their vision has just been incredible, and they've been awesome to me. So, yeah, it's been an incredible experience so
So
far.
are we going to see you in underwear ads, like with your shirt off and
I
like you're
mean-
sitting on a couch, like in some weird position, like look at me in my underwear?
I mean, if you drive in Las Vegas, you might see me on a billboard in my underwear
Oh,
and
I
no
like
shirt.
it. I like it.
I've seen them in New York City.
You're-
I've got people sending to me. I'm like, this is crazy.
Okay,
What is life?
I'm
man?
going to be on the
Simulation.
lookout for him because I'm in New York City a lot.
Oh, well, there you go.
All right,
There you
last
go.
thing before you go. Are you a goal setter? Like, are you one that gets like before the year and starts to go like, I'm going to get this many sacks this year, blah, blah, blah?
I'm definitely a goal setter. I'm going to get 15 sacks. I got that from Von Miller. He was like, the one year I put a goal on sacks, I had the lowest amount. For me, my goals are set through my routine. So how can I fine-tune everything across the board?
Yeah.
I'm doing that currently, and I feel incredible and just taking it one day at a time. So, yeah, I'm big on that. You have to have a vision of where you're going, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, the silver and black may be back. If it is, it's because of this guy right here, Maxx Crosby. Great seeing you as always. All the best this offseason and beyond. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.